when someone is benefiting from something, telling them to give up their privilege is hard. Their offsprings are not a product of polygamy, so they are thinking that polygamy is just all about, you know, having multiple women. You know, some people will say instead of side chicks, we cook do wives.
Is it bad that I feel misunderstood?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nelo. If this is your first time here, hi, thank you so much for clicking that watch button to watch my video. So guys, I just finished seeing Blood Sisters, and I just wanted to come on, let's chat about it. I think that we might be dropping some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, you may want to pause now or fast forward, okay, because we're also going to talk about other things. I actually want today's video to be like a chit chat one. We talk about trending topics. I want to talk about one, Blood Sisters, because I just seen it and I really want to chat about it. Then secondly, I want to talk about polygamy in an African home, because child with Yul Edochie and his, you know, first and second wife drama, the conversation has really come up, and it's been a very interesting take, and I'd just like to, you know, add my own 2 cents to it. Then the last thing that we're going to be talking about is mental health. Okay, again, Genevieve's story just broke, and you know, it's been, yeah, a whole lot. So I just wanted us to, you know, chat. Unfortunately, I do not have a drink right now, but I have water, so I'm going to be sipping water. But if you have a drink, feel free to, you know, sip on some. Right, so with Blood Sisters, if you're thinking if you should see the movie, or maybe you're bored and you want something that you would like to see, I would totally recommend, you know, seeing Blood Sisters. And okay, so in the beginning, like I said, there's going to be some spoilers. In the beginning so I wasn't quite taken in the beginning, because the scenes went so realistic. First of all, there was the murder scene where he wanted them, got a hired killer to murder his brother. And when I was watching, I was like, what kind, you know, and then the hired killer turns up in leather and all of that, and I was like, what better way to, you know, stand out like a sore thumb than to attend okay, fine, to attend the wedding ceremony. Fine, it's in a hotel, but still, you know, you want to like look the part of someone that comes to a hotel. Maybe just look simple, try and blend in with the crowd, but you know, wearing a leather and looking all scruffy and rugged, it's just going to make you stand out, you know. Like normally, even with that kind of high profile wedding happening in a hotel, you know that the security will be beefed up big time, okay, so that not everyone can just come in there and go out. So you wearing a leather and showing up is like red flag already. So that scene, I was like, I don't know how realistic this is. Okay, then moving on to, you know, the next thing that I was also like, Nigerian movie, they started again. Oh, they started you know, when the sisters, they killed the groom, and you know, they had a lot of time to you know, come back and cut off the body and put it in a wrapper and go. And I was like, this is not a typical Nigerian scene. I don't know how you want to say it, but in a typical Nigerian family where the groom suddenly disappeared, nobody's going to leave the bride alone. Like even if she says she wants to stay alone, no. Okay, granted that the groom's family don't really care about her, but she has her own family, okay. And also in a typical Nigerian family, it's not only the parents, you know, that would give out their child. They are going to have other family members that are going to be present. You know, people from the father's side, kinsmen from the father's side, have to, you know, accompany the father to the place. And you know, it was just, nobody lives. Maybe, okay, fine, you say, oh, maybe they left her with her groomsmaid, with her bridesmaid, and so, but still, it's a lot of time, you know, for them to be able to cut off body, you know, and clean up and dispose and come back, and you get me. So I thought, okay, those 2 scenes went so realistic, but then I was able to move past that, and I have to tell you that it now started to make a lot of sense. And okay, one other thing that I also questioned in the movie was how good and how well, you know, the other sister, Nancy Isime is her name. I can't remember her name in that movie, in the movie, but how good she is with the gun. You know, where did she learn to, you know, handle the gun so good, and also how good she is with hitting people right where, you know, she knows how to hit them and kill them. I know that desperation can, but I don't think that, you know, desperation will suddenly make you, you know, that hardened. I don't know if you guys feel me. I would have liked to see like a little bit, maybe there's a background to it, because when I was discussing with my sister, she did say something like, remember she dated a drug dealer kind of, so maybe there's that background. But I feel like, you know, a little more on that character formation would have been very helpful. I would have made it realistic, because to be honest, I'm just thinking of myself, like the average girl will not be able to, you know, do a lot of the things that she was able to do, desperation or no desperation. Okay, so yes, a little more on that character formation. And then there was the ending part, you know, with Timenyi, and you know how she was able to just, like, when she shot when she shot the mom's bodyguard, it was too precise. It's like you need to, you know, have a good handle of the gun, you know, to be able to shoot point blank, shoot that precisely. So again, I'm thinking that a little insight into that character formation, you know, would have really tied the whole story together and made it very believable. That is, you know, the criticism that I kind of had for the movie, but it's not big, you know, it's just a few things here and there. But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and if you're looking for something nice to watch on Netflix right now, I will totally recommend it. Now let's move on to the next thing, you know, the news that broke the internet and the conversations, you know, around it. Yeah, polygamy. You know, whenever you mention polygamy like this, men will just be going, it's our tradition, our forefathers did it, blah blah blah. But let me say this, that polygamy, the only person that benefits from polygamy is the man himself. You know, every other person suffers the effects of, you know, polygamy. The wife suffers it, the children suffer it, both wives suffer it, both children suffer it. And one thing again that, you know, when this conversation arises, I'm always like, see, when someone is benefiting from something, telling them to give up their privilege is hard. The owners, you know, our fathers, if you notice, our fathers stuck to one wives because they were products of polygamy. They were children that grew up under the modern polygamous home, and because of, you know, the effects it had on them, they experienced it firsthand. A lot of them resolved to, you know, stick to one wife and, you know, have children with one woman, but their offsprings are not a product of polygamy. So they are thinking that polygamy is just all about, you know, having multiple women. You know, some people will say instead of side chicks, we kukuma do wives. Oh my god, you really think that, you know, having a wife and kids is as easy as, you know, just getting a woman by the side and, you know, just having your nightstand with her? You do not think about the responsibility that comes with, you know, maintaining a home, having a wife and having kids. You do not think of the emotional needs of your wife and your kids. You have to provide this. With a side chick, you're not, nobody's asking you to do that. No one requires that of you. I'm not supporting side chick, but I'm just, you know, trying to look at the two arguments. No, it's not the same thing, okay? The only thing that you benefit from having two wives, and a lot of the men that have these two wives, they are so emotionally removed from their family, you know. They think that it's just about maybe making the women comfortable. No, it's not just about it. First of all, even when you have wealth and you are able to, even when you write a will, the children will not still be happy, because some people would be like, even amongst it's very hard, you know, because I've even seen even in a home where the woman has a lot of sons, her own kids, though, there's usually problem. But you know, it takes a strong mother to, you know, start nipping things in the bud immediately. Amongst her own children, they will still quarrel. She will cry, she will talk to everyone, you know, and try to see that everyone, you know, comes together. And at the end of the day, the children would, because they have grown up in the same home, they've grown up with a mother that is, you know, unifying and all, because they are her children, and she would not like to see her children, you know, turn on themselves. They are able somehow to, you know, grow beyond animosity. Like take the popular musicians, Peter and Paul and their brother. You know, when their mother was alive, she was the one always settling the quarrels. When they quarrel, she would come in, she would settle it, you know, they will come together. But as soon as the woman died, you see how they went for how many years without speaking to one another. But of course, there's that motherly love and the fact that, you know, they have grown up together with their mom, always bringing them together. Somehow they were able to find themselves, their way back to each other. You feel me? Imagine if these people were two brothers from different mothers. So, you know, when men think about polygamy, they just think that it's just about, you know, marrying and providing for women, but it's not. And one thing I would say, this is why the first time I said, you know, that privilege would never willingly give away their privilege. People, if someone is privileged, they will never willingly give it away. So the whether polygamy is going to be a thing or not is now down to us women. You know, we have to take our stand. You have to say to yourself, listen, I am not going to be a second wife, okay? I'm not going to be a polygamist, because when immediately, automatically, once you're married to a man that has, you know, two wives, you automatically are a polygamist as well. So you need to make that stand, which is why just recently yours wife came out to say, my family and my faith do not practice polygamy. Like, I just doffed my hat to that woman, because at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying, it's down to us as women to decide what we are going to accept or not, and the men will adjust accordingly. If a man thinks that, you know, he's tired of eating rice and he now wants to eat egusi soup, he should leave the rice now and go and eat the egusi soup. You should not be an option. You should not present yourself as an option. And this has nothing to do with religion for me. You know, I know that some religion encourage polygamy. Good for, if you as a woman, you know, you are in a religion that encourages polygamy, you still have the choice to make whether you want to be in that polygamist marriage or not. It's still a choice, and I do not believe that it is a sin if you decide to walk away. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, I don't want to dive into, because I know that this Mercy Aigbe's husband's first wife, she's a Muslim, but she has said that, you know, she does not want another wife, and that's her decision to make, and I fully respect her for that. And this is the thing that I'm going to say, that women, we have to make that choice, okay? If you have to say to the man, if you want, nobody's stopping you from, you know, taking another wife, but I will remove myself from that equation. I shall no longer, I cease from this moment to be your wife. I am not your first wife. I am not your wife. End of. You feel me? So this is where women, we have to stand for ourselves. And you know, I'm just cheering these women that are taking this bold step to say that no, we are not going to be a party to this. You know, we are not going to polygamists. As for all you men that are championing your tradition and everything, carry on, okay? Go and ask your parents, go and ask your fathers why they made that decision to stick to one wives, okay? Ask them. Majority of our fathers only had one wives. Ask them their experience growing up in a polygamous home. Maybe somehow, maybe when they talk to you, maybe your humanity would be awakened, you know, so that you will start to think beyond yourself and your long john, and you start thinking about your family, your children, the kind of life that you want for them, even as you are alive and after you're gone. Just maybe, you know. Now, the last thing that I wanted to, you know, address is the issue of mental health. So this lover broke the news this morning that our beloved actress Genevieve Naji is currently in a mental home. You know, according to her, it's not confirmed, it's just alleged, due to drug abuse. You know, I don't know how true that is, but I just want to talk about mental health, and I just want us to, I want to say that mental health is not something to be ashamed of. I know that our society, you know, we like to make mountains out of molehill, and you know, we always act like, you know, we are without blemish, and you know, when people like to hide even the littlest things, you know, because we always want to present ourselves as being upright, as being modest, as being without you know, blemish and without blame. But that's not reality. A lot of people are going through, you know, mental breakdown. Okay, people are going through it. So let us normalize mental breakdown. Let's normalize saying I am not okay, I need help. You know, if you need to check yourself into somewhere to help you deal with a particular situation that you're going to, it's perfectly normal. You can talk about it, you can go, like, it's let's just, no, you know, this thing that, you know, we so much negativity attached to maybe being a psychopath or being crazy. We need to stop it. Okay, if someone is going through mental breakdown, they need help, and if they get the help that they need, they can come back and become a functioning member of society. There's nothing negative about it. And you know, so this is the thing that I just want us, because the news has come out and you know, people are saying, God forbid Genevieve is not crazy. If she's going through it, it's okay. It doesn't make her less of the Genevieve that we all know and love. She's getting the help that she needs, and hopefully when she comes out, the society would also embrace her, you know, and help her on her healing journey. So this is the thing that I just wanted to say. It's not, I know that people have a problem with the way just Lover broke it, but I just think that, you know, Genevieve and her team, they could have come up with this. They would have even used this opportunity as a teaching moment. Mental health is something that, you know, deserves support and love and help, all the help, you know, that they need. Is not something that you ridicule someone for. So on that note, my heart really goes out to Genevieve, and you know, I hope, and everyone who is, you know, suffering from one form of mental health or the other, I hope that, you know, you all get the help that you need, and that you also get the strength to pull through this. Okay, my prayers really go up to everyone. Yeah, so this is what I just wanted to, you know, gist with you guys on things that have been happening. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's continue this gist in the comment section.